Welcome back to all. Today we will going to discuss another part of immunity, that is acquired immunity, which is also known as adaptive or specific immunity. The definition of acquired immunity is that it is the acquired resistance to infection which is stimulated or induced in response to foreign substance which is acquired during the course of life. And it is very specific because it is operate against specific pathogen or specific infection caused by any microorganism or their product. So it is otherwise known as specific immunity. Adaptive immunity traditionally divided into two types. One is active immunity, another one is passive immunity. In active immunity, our immune system play an important role, that is it activate. It is induced by infection or by vaccination. And in case of passive immunity, our immune system play a passive role. Our immune system does not need to active in this case. It is developed by direct transfer of ready-made antibodies or lymphocyte from an actively immunized individual, or another example of passive immunity is the transfer of antibodies from mother to fetus. It is also come under passive immunity. Now come to what is active adaptive immunity. Active adaptive immunity is the resistance acquired by an individual in response to pathogens or their product during the course of life. It is acquired after birth. It is not present since birth, and it is developed when body come in contact with pathogen or their toxin, which is also known as antigen. The mechanism of active adaptive immunity is the entry of antigen result activation of various immunocompetent cell like various plasma cell which produce antibody and activating T cell. When antibody are involved in immune system, we called it humoral or antibody mediated immunity. When T cell involved in our immunity, then we called it cell mediated immunity. The term humoral immunity and cell mediated immunity is very important. We have to remember it. Active immunity require a considerable period to develop, which may be 1 month, 1 week, 1 day. It's not immediately developed. It requires certain time. This time period is known as latent period. And the most important point of this active immunity is it is associated with immunological memories. Immunological memory is simply lymphocyte which is developed during the primary response. Primary response means when our body come in contact with a particular antigen for the first time, it develops certain lymphocyte which are retained in our body. When we expose to the same antigen again, that is second exposure, our body responds it in a very rapid way within short period because our body retain memory of such memory for such antigen. Okay, this is called immunological memory, and the active adaptive immunity retain these memories. Active immunity is further divided into naturally acquired active immunity and artificially acquired active immunity. So what is naturally acquired active immunity? It develops as a result of natural contact with the pathogen or microbes or its product during the course of life, and it is also written immunological memory. In this case, our body is immune system play active role, so it is also known. So it is for that purpose it is called active immunity. Then artificially acquired active immunity, in simple word, it is developed by artificial inoculation of microbes or their product, simply known as vaccine. The process is called vaccination or immunization. This is called artificial acquired active immunity. Then come to the next part of adaptive immunity, that is passive immunity. The immunity which is developed by transfer of ready-made antibody against a particular microbe or their product is called passive immunity. Immunity of our body not play a active role in this case because we already given the ready-made antibody. So our immunity play a passive role. It is a very rapid response because already we've given antibody, so it immediately provide effect, and within a short time it produces its effect. This is all about passive immunity, which is also divided into two types. One is naturally passive adaptive immunity and another one is artificially passive adaptive immunity. What is naturally acquired passive immunity? So in this case, transfer of antibodies from mother to fetus is a common example of naturally acquired passive immunity, because before birth, direct transfer of antibodies from mother blood to fetus blood through placenta occur, which provide protection against various type of disease to the fetus in embryonic condition before birth. Actually, fetus or embryo have immature, fetus or children have immature immunosystem, but they are resistant to various infections like rubella, mumps, chickenpox, because they have ready-made antibody in their blood, which is provided from the mother to baby through either placenta or through breast milk. After birth, via milk, that is mother milk, IgA which is present in milk is transferred to the baby. So the children have so the fetus have ready-made antibody, so which antibody provide resistance to various kind of infection. This is called natural acquired passive immunity because it is naturally present in the mother and it is transferred to the baby. Then artificial acquired passive immunity, it is developed by injecting antibodies produced in some other human or animal. In this case, first these animals are immunized with a particular antigen in their serum. A particular antibody against that antigen is developed. This serum is called hyperimmunosera. For passive immunity, hyperimmunoserum prepared in horse, goat, sheep, etc. This serum may be used as antitoxic, antibacterial, antiviral in nature. For example, the diphtheria antitoxin has a half-life of 7 days. Actually, this type of immunity lasts for a short period of time, but it provides immediate immunity, but it lasts for a short period of time. For common example is anti-tetanus serum, anti-snake venom. This is all about what is acquired immunity and its various types like active, passive, and active divided further into natural, artificial, passive divided into natural, artificial. The example in this case, the example of each type of immunity is very, very important for all the exam. We have to make it very clear so we can easily answer the question. So thank you so much.